As Trump releases plans for his next vanity project, his last vanity project is just finishing up, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's worse than you think. He seems hell-bent on ripping up anything that is vaguely cultural and beautiful about America and the White House and replacing it with something cold, corporate, and creepy. Much like himself. We're going to check out the reaction to these released photos of the newly completed Rose Garden, pavilion, I guess. I don't know what to call this thing, this hideous just slab of limestone. And then we'll check out this absolutely unhinged new video coming out of the White House today. It's insane. So stick around for that. But first, drop a like, join us here at Really American by subscribing if you like this kind of coverage. In case you missed it, back in March, Donald Trump decided that he was going to literally pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Here's what the area used to look like before Donald Trump got his creepy little fingers all over it. It's a small square of grass surrounded by bushes and plants and famously Jackie Kennedy's roses. But now it is a dreary, hideous-looking paved platform with shitty patio furniture dotted about, likely to do one of those stupid donor events that Trump does so he can sell these tables to gullible idiots like he did with his crypto dinner. Don't worry though, the tragedy isn't over yet. He made sure to add in some details to really rub it in our faces, like literally making the shape of the drains the United States flag, probably as a metaphor for how Trump is flushing everything that America stood for down the drain. And people are, of course, outraged with this transformation. Here's Evan Loves Worf, who said, "The fact that he turned the Rose Garden into fucking cement is such a perfect metaphor for everything these people do." And these Trump supporters are trying to defend this. This is horrific. President Trump turned a useless patch of grass into a limestone patio using private funds. Impeach. And he gets roasted with the reply, "Yes, actually only a guy with holes in his brain would do this." There are so many iconic pictures and moments in history on this stretch of grass. Paving over this specific historic patch of grass, just because sometimes it gets a little bit muddy or whatever, is such a beautiful metaphor for how twisted, demented, and just dystopian these people's thinking is. A sentiment echoed by Mario here. Only people with no imagination, no class, and absolutely no feelings could turn the Rose Garden into this depressing monstrosity. This literally looks like the food court at your local mall. Even Elon's AI can point out that this looks objectively ugly. Newswire posted a new look at the White House Rose Garden after Trump's changes, and somebody asked Grok, "Looks good or ugly?" Grok responded, "It looks ugly. The excessive paving turns an iconic garden into a sterile plaza, stripping away the natural charm and vibrancy that defined the Rose Garden. Functionality over beauty isn't always progress." Why is the AI pointing out what is objectively beautiful, but Donald Trump just puts his nastiness all over everything? Gabe Sanchez, host of the What Was That show, said Trump's Rose Garden patio looks like you'd park an RV on it. And Republicans against Trump reminds us all that everything Trump touches dies. It's clear that what he's doing is just a bunch of his own little vanity projects because he's desperate to leave his mark on the world, and his ugly, gaudy, tacky style is infecting the White House like the parasite in RFK Jr.'s brain. Here he is with Laura Ingrate giving his reasoning for their renovations.
Are you paving over the grass here?
What was happening is that's supposed to have events. Every event you have, it's soaking wet.
Yeah.
It's soaking wet, and people can't. And the women with the high heels, it's just too much.
That's who did the Kavanaugh.
That's where we did.
Thing.
That's right.
Amy Coney Barrett.
And the grass it doesn't work, and we have a gorgeous stone and everything else.
Okay.
But we use it for press conferences, and it doesn't work because the people fall into the wet.
So it's pretty clear that he's serious about these renovations. That clip was from March, and here we are with the paved pavilion that we have now, which makes it all the scarier now that he just announced that they're doing a ballroom on the East Wing that's supposed to somehow be 90,000 square feet, even though I think that's pretty much impossible given the area that's available. But it's clearly going to be much bigger than the original White House itself. And Trump is saying, "Oh, don't worry, it's going to be taxpayer funded. This is all coming from private donors." Of course, private donors who aren't going to have to disclose who they are. Despite this being an addition to the White House, the American people don't want this. We don't want to pay for the maintenance of a ballroom after Trump kicks the bucket. God, please let that day come sooner rather than later.
Yeah. And the $200 million, that's going to be paid for by yourself as
By
well
me,
as
yeah.
private donations?
It's a private thing, yeah. I'll do it, and we'll probably have some donors or whatever, but it's about $200 million. So we've been planning it for a long time. They've wanted a ballroom at the White House for more than 150 years, but there's never been a president that was good at ballrooms. I'm really good. In fact, I looked at one that we just built in Turnberry in Scotland, and it's incredible. We're good at building. I'm good at building things, and we'll get it built quickly and on time. It'll be beautiful, top of the line. We've retained the best architects and engineers, everything else. It'll be built over on the east side, and it will be beautiful. It'll be views of the Washington Monument. It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite. It's my favorite place. I love it. But they've wanted it, and you know, when they have big events, you entertain the president of China or the president of any place, and you have big crowds. They've always had to get a tent, and you've probably been to some of them, Bobby. When it rains, it's a disaster, and the tent's 100 yards. That's more than a football field away from the main entrance, and people are schlopping down to the tent. It's not a pretty sight. The women with their lovely evening gowns, all of their hair all done, and they're a mess by the time they get. And they've always wanted to have it. And I said, you know, in the first term, I said, you know, if I get another shot at this, I'm going to do a ballroom. I was pretty busy in the first because I was running the country, and I was also fighting for survival with all of the lunatics I had to beat. But it worked out, obviously, it worked out very well because here we are. But I always said I was going to do something about the ballroom because they should have one. So we'll be leaving it. It'll be a great legacy project, and I think it'll be special. You saw some renderings of the initial. I think it'll be really beautiful.
Clearly, this is just another vanity project for this orange nut job, paid for by his shadowy cabal of donors and oligarchs. Same game he played with Trump coin, the Qatari jet, and now this stupid-ass ballroom. And to add a little cherry on top of the fucking weird times that we find ourselves to be in, you may have noticed in that last clip that Triple H, the wrestler, was standing behind Trump the entire time. Well, he was there in order to record a very strange ad or something for an initiative to make kids healthy. I mean, if you ask me, Trump and his little friends here shouldn't be anywhere near children, especially because one of the people that Trump brought on to this project was Lawrence Taylor, an ex-NFL star and a registered sex offender. But if that wasn't already a deal breaker for that initiative for you, check out this promo that Triple H made that was posted by the official White House account. We have gone so far past idiocracy. I mean, there are no words to adequately describe how strange this is. They're asking us, are you ready? And I think I can answer for all of us when I say, we're ready for all of this to stop. This is part of the plan for Trump to do so much crazy stuff that it's hard to keep up. But that's why we're here at Really American, to sort through all of the bullcrap and give you guys the real news with as little fluff as possible. If you like what we do here, you can join the resistance by subscribing, dropping a like, and letting us know you're here in the comments. I'm Tony Hinderman, and I'll see you next time.